Well, the International Court of Justice public hearings into that case brought by South Africa against Israel at the Peace Palace in The Hague kicks off on Thursday and Friday this week. The ICJ is regarded as the most prominent and authoritative of international courts, as its jurisdiction covers many areas that other courts do not. We'll talk now with SABC News International Editor Sophie Mokoena as her team jets off to Geneva to bring us developments firsthand about the court itself. Sophie, good evening to you and welcome. We'll talk about what Cyril Ramaphosa, President and ANC President, had to say about what's happening this week. But it's also good for our viewers to see what the ICJ actually looks like and to be taken inside its inner working. So let's quickly show you just some video of what you'll probably be seeing a lot of later this week on Thursday and Friday. So this is, these are scenes from the International Court of Justice. Sophie, walk us through.
Yes, it is based in the Netherlands at The Hague. You know, the International Criminal Court is also based in the Netherlands, and therefore that's the building, and you have people who are responsible to look at matters before the court. This court, it is a UN court. After the Second World War, there was a decision that you must have institutions and organs of the United Nations that can assist in perhaps addressing challenges facing the world. And therefore, this court, its aim is to intervene in matters that are related to states, not to individuals, while the International Criminal Court deals with individuals. And therefore, the judges will be there, and including each country that is part of this matter will second a judge. We know in relation to South Africa, the former Deputy Chief Justice, Dikgang Moseneke, will be there, and therefore he is going to join the other judges, and that panel will hear South Africa's presentation. I call it presentation. It might not be a legal term, because there won't be a situation where perhaps the legal team of the aggrieved will interrogate the presentation by South Africa. On Friday, you will have Israel making its case, responding.
Right, and of course, for the Israeli side, former president of the Supreme Court, Aaron Barak, will be representing the Israeli position. I want us to, if we can, reflect on what you heard Cyril Ramaphosa say there, President.
Well, the president, I think South Africa has been very consistent. When you look at South Africa's, let's start with the party, the ANC, the governing party. It has been very consistent in terms of supporting the Palestinians in their quest for freedom. At government level, South Africa is saying, as a country, we've gone through this, and we are saying the United Nations was meant or was established to address challenges facing the world. And there are organs, there are institutions that are supposed to help us when there is a matter that we can't agree on. And therefore, let's use those institutions and mechanisms that are available in terms of the United Nations processes. But unfortunately, the Security Council couldn't agree. Many resolutions, no agreement. Therefore, let's take this matter to the International Court of Justice so that they can help us. And South Africa now, for now, they want a provisional measure to stop Israel actions in Gaza. It is not yet a hearing in relation to whether Israel is committing genocide or whatever that needs to be looked at.
Yeah, and these, Sophie, really are perspectives we've been sharing, I think, from many different quarters for the South African population to understand exactly what South Africa is asking for and what might flow out of these hearings later this week. We've got some heavyweights, right, deployed for South Africa's case. Along with you and your team, they're also leaving South Africa today. What is the process that kicks off the moment they touch down?
The moment they touch down, I think some of the members of the team, the legal team, they are already in the Netherlands. You know that our ambassador is a former DG in the Department of Justice, and therefore he's quite conversant with issues that are related to law, and therefore they will interact with him and prepare. And today, another team is leaving. Most will be your officials who will be supporting this legal team, including 3 journalists from South Africa, and therefore with the hope that we'll be able to bring you information in relation with what's happening at The Hague on Thursday. But the reality is, for now, I think they are hard at work. Those who have arrived already, looking at strengthening all the issues and also looking at the final documents.
Thank you so much, Sophie. I know that you are packed, you're ready and raring to go, and it'll be very interesting to see what developments take place and flow out of Thursday and Friday. Importantly, it's not only what's happening inside in court. We know that people have protested, petitions have been issued, and we'll obviously get the latest from you and your team on that as well. SABC News International Editor, Sophie Mokoena.